Hi everyone, my name's Lauren. I'm one of the dietitians on our health promotion team here at Glick. Today I join you during February, which is Heart Health Month. Today we're in the kitchen and we're going to be talking about how to reduce our sodium intake to benefit our blood pressure. As you may already know, sodium or salt is the nutrient that we want to keep an eye on for our blood pressure. Wherever sodium goes, water goes. So when we ingest a lot of sodium through our food and or beverage choices, we onboard a lot of water, therefore raising our blood pressure. I just want to show you here 1 teaspoon of table salt has 2,300 milligrams of sodium, just in that little teaspoon of table salt. Not only do we get sodium or salt from using table salt, we also get it from a lot of our prepackaged or processed foods that are already seasoned for us. So basically anything coming in a box or a package is going to have some salt in it. Salt tastes really good, and food companies know that, so they add salt so that we want to continue to buy their products. Using the salt shaker can really add up throughout the day. I do want to share with you here that the goal for sodium is to work towards an intake of 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. And that's really to protect our cardiovascular system and prevent high blood pressure. So I know a lot of times we talk about what can't we do, what can't we have. I actually want to share some things with you that we can do today and really incorporate lots of to benefit our heart health. First thing I want to share with you is a nutrient called potassium. So this is a nutrient we really want to get a lot of. Potassium works to lessen sodium's response on our blood pressure. So it helps to combat that raise in blood pressure. Sodium's found a lot in fruit, vegetables, whole grains, beans, and low-fat dairy. So these are foods that we want to incorporate, and especially the fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and beans, just have more of. I do always like to remind folks that it's best to get our nutrition from whole foods as opposed to supplements, and before ever adding a supplement, be sure to talk with your provider. Something else that we can do, and maybe you noticed here on the table, lots of different spices and flavorings. So even though we're cutting back on salt, we really can spice up our food, and I encourage you to do so. Reducing our salt doesn't mean we have to eat bland or boring food. We've got a lot of awesome flavorings and spices here on the table. We can flavor our foods with things like vinegar, citrus. We've got some, actually rosemary we grew in the garden that we dried out. Some of our more powerful spices would be ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, garlic, and where's oregano? Oregano. So those ones are all really great powerhouses that can really just benefit our health. And as far as flavorings go, it's just salt that will raise our blood pressure. We really can't overdo or have too much of any of these here on the table. So today I was going to demonstrate showing everyone how to make a taco seasoning that will give our dish a lot of flavor with no added salt. So we are going to start with a tablespoon of chili powder. We are going to add a teaspoon of cumin. And what's really nice, this is a teaspoon of garlic, is we're just adding all this blend of spices. They're really nice and colorful. A teaspoon of paprika, just contributing to our health. A half a teaspoon of oregano. We got a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And if you're feeling like getting a little spicy, we've got a little bit of crushed red chili pepper flakes, or you could also do cayenne pepper. So we've got our spices here. All we would do is blend this up, and we could add this to a nice lean ground turkey, ground chicken. Today we're going to be adding it to beans for a vegetarian source of protein. So what I will also show you here is another trick we can do as far as reducing our sodium intake. When we purchase canned goods, we can actually drain off the juice and rinse them in a little bit of water. These beans happen to say organic on the can. I've noticed that organic canned products tend to just be a little lower in sodium. So we can drain these off. I would give them a nice rinse with water. And here in the bowl, we're dumping away the sodium that's packed in the juice to help keep the beans fresh. I will point out just this food label on the back. It's always good to start at the top of the label where we have our servings. So this can has 3.5 servings in the whole container, but all the nutrition here is based off a 1/2 cup serving. So if we eat a 1/2 cup of these black beans, right now we're talking about sodium, we'll get 130 milligrams of sodium. The percentages over here are a way to give you an indication of your whole day, but they are just based off a general recommendation for everyone, so it might actually be a little bit too high for what we're working towards today. So we would rinse these, and then when we were cooking them, we could add a little water or low sodium broth to give a little liquid. So I'll demonstrate over here. We'll pretend that, you know, either we're eating this dish raw or maybe we are cooking it a bit in a pan on the oven, but we could add maybe about a tablespoon of this seasoning. Let's see what a tablespoon looks like. We would add it to our dish. I kind of like a little flavor, and like I said, we can't really overdo it here. We don't have any salt. The oven's behind me, so we'll pretend this is sauteing up with a little bit of water. We've got some nice flavoring going on here. This is a pinto bean with corn. If we wanted to give it a Three Sisters twist, could maybe add in a little sauteed zucchini or raw zucchini or summer squash. What I like about choosing beans as well is it's another way to just increase our potassium and get some protein from a plant-based source. So we have this here. This could be eaten raw just like this. It could be sauteed for a little extra color or flavor. Could be eaten as a taco, could be eaten with chips or a quesadilla, or just a side dish to something else that you're eating. Today we're actually going to put it right on this bed of spinach, again increasing our potassium and lowering what sodium does to our blood pressure, lessening that effect. So here we have a taco salad. We could top this off maybe with some salsa, maybe a little bit of low-fat dairy or some avocado, and have a nice, heart-healthy, simple salad. So that's what I have here for you today. I hope you give this a try. There's many other salt-free seasoning blends that you could make at home. Our Elder program has a wolf seasoning that we make, and we love to throw that on meat, vegetables. I've heard some staff members, Ron, loves to put it on popcorn, so it's really versatile and fun to make your own seasonings. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.